Hello, world. How we doing?
Hooday!
Hooday!
You are watching live to the best, maybe not the best. Sometimes we're the best. Sports Cincinnati I can't even speak today. Cincinnati Sports Podcast. This side of the greater Miami River. How we doing? How we doing today?
They gotta play us.
Or as Mike Hilton would say, they gotta play us.
Oh my God. Going out for blood.
Oh my goodness.
As always, I'm Santori Miles. Joined to me today, Bengal Dad, Cincy James, big sexy Greg Luther, Cincy Bobs Greg. We got other Cincy bobblehead people coming on here. It's going to be a good show. And as always, strangers in the comments. But we've got to go through our sponsors because those are the guys that pay the bills. First and foremost, Betfred.
Oh,
yeah, not the right one, Bengal Dad. Betfred. 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 Sportsbook. Sports gambling is coming in January. James, take it away. You say it's so much better than I do.
Oh, I didn't have it queued up. But anyway, so legal sports betting is coming to Ohio January 1st. So all you have to do is get registered with that little link that's scrolling down at the bottom, betfredsports.com/Ohio/Bengals12. Basically, you don't have to live in Ohio in order to be able to utilize this. You can withdraw and you can deposit money into your account. The only thing you have to make sure that you do is when you're making your bet, you're in Ohio. That's it. With your first bet, I believe you get $20 free, if I'm not mistaken.
Come on now.
I didn't have it queued up.
Oh my God.
Bring it.
Moving on. Betfred. Go gamble responsibly.
Responsibly.
Yes. Next, Brimming Horn Meadery. Yeah, Viking horn noises. Brimming Horn Meadery. Do you like honey and alcohol, and do you like to get buzzed from wine that tastes sweet? Go to Brimming Horn Meadery. Based out of Delaware, USA, shipping to the United States of America, at least most of the states. I think Montana's getting a raw deal here.
I think 44 of them.
Yeah, Montana, I think, is kind of getting screwed out of the mead. But, hey, use our code HOODAY9, 15% off, minimum 2-bottle order, and you can have some sweet, sweet nectar of the gods. Also joining us from Cincy Bobs, Hollis. How we doing? How we doing? All right.
Is he muted?
He might be. I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Uh-oh.
We
Silent movie. We have a silent movie.
But joining us tonight are Greg and Hollis from Cincy Bobs. We'll pop that up there right now, cincybobs.com. I think we got some good little pictures here.
It's all about
boom, look at that. James, I'm going to let you take control of these pictures. I don't know what the hell you've got potted up here, man.
So obviously the two guys that we can see at the bottom, Hollis and Greg, they are part of Cincy Bobs. Keep on bobbing, as the slogan goes. They've got a big release this weekend. This guy right here is going to be live in Fairfield signing autographs. And he's going to sign every single one of these bobbleheads. He'll sign other stuff too. There we go. Yeah.
Mighty Max.
Hollis has it up right there. But yeah, so they're going to be. There it is. Greg's got it down there too.
I think Hollis is still muted.
Hollis,
he's not muted. I think we're just having technical difficulties.
Okay. Cannot hear you.
Well, we're gonna need subtitles, Hollis.
Maybe jump out and jump back in.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Yeah, Hollis, just jump out, and jump back in, and then we'll get you back in there.
Okay, bye. That was Hollis. Great.
He may have to try his cell phone.
So, basically, Greg, while we're waiting on Hollis to come in here, kind of tell us the beginnings of this. How did this become such a phenomenon in the Cincinnati area?
I'll do my best. Hollis can definitely help when he gets back. But Josh and Hollis started the company, and the reason behind it was they loved bobblehead. They were doing it for the fans. by the fans. It was something that they came up with, not ever thinking that it would get to this point. And Hollis, if anyone knows Hollis, is very, very artistic, and actually was making his own bobbleheads for Josh. I mean, Josh is a huge bobblehead collector. And then they, I guess one night, probably over some drinks, had the brilliant idea of what if we would create these for Bengal fans. And so they started out with the Anthony Munoz bobblehead. It came out, I believe, around March 2020. There he is, the Hall of Famer. And the support was so overwhelming. And the feedback was so good, they decided to obviously do an entire Bengals Legend series, which is what Max Montoya is a part of. He is number 8 of 10 in the Bengal Legend series. Hollis, can you talk now? We can't hear him. No.
You might want to try his phone.
Do you have any like earbuds plugged in or something that might be Bluetooth on there?
I can't hear him, but he sounds like he's got a wonderful personality.
Yeah. So yeah, Max is number 8 of 10 in the Cincy Legends collection, Cincy Legends 1 collection. And we're excited for him to come out on Saturday from 12 to 3 at Hearlong Framing in Fairfield.
All right.
What the 8x10 that Hollis was holding up, we're going to have those to purchase. Max is going to sign those for $20, and he'll sign anything that you bring in for $20 cash. And then every bobblehead is $75, which includes tax and the bobblehead signed. And he's going to take pictures, and hopefully it's going to be a good afternoon.
So really $55 for the bobblehead and $20 for the signature.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but for the bobblehead itself, it's all inclusive, and we have them sign them all pretty much in the same sitting. And if you get one shipped, you go to CincyBobs.com. You don't have to live in Cincinnati to order. You can get them shipped nationwide, and it will arrive signed. We're going to ship those out following the event on Saturday.
Did I see that you were producing 288 of those? Is that what I saw?
That's correct. Yep. So each bobblehead in the Cincy Legends 1 collection is out of 288. So they are limited. They are very unique, and it's going to be awesome. Can we hear you now, Hollis?
I hope you can hear me.
Yes!
Hey, the winner!
I thought my laptop would be better, but apparently it's not.
That's exactly what I thought you would sound like. Maybe.
I see my painting up there.
Yeah. I got that one right there. And I've got one that I got to get framed. You'll recognize this one, obviously.
Chase.
Yep, I've got that one.
There we go.
One too.
Awesome.
I got to get that framed too. I've got a really awesome mom that decided that she was going to get these for me.
Nice.
And I know you've probably seen her at these events because she lives about 2 minutes down the road.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She always ends up coming with me. So,
Great, James, isn't it nice when you get a gift and all of a sudden you got to spend $200 more to make it right?
Heirloom framing.
All I'm saying is,
come on, Shelly.
Yes,
do it right.
Yes. No, I was ecstatic because I wasn't expecting to get them. So, and here's mom now. We got them for you. Yeah,
don't mess with Shelly.
So, Hollis, what we were talking with Greg about was just kind of what made this all start, and like how did this all come to be? That's kind of what we were talking about.
Yeah, okay.
We'll see how good a job I did. So
there is a story. Josh tells it pretty good because Josh is the one who came to me. He's seen me doing bobbleheads for players, things like that, and he literally was like, "Hey, I'll buy all the stuff. You paint them, and you Frankenstein them together. This is the head I like. This is the body I like. Sculpt on them, paint them, and then we're going to create the set. I think there's there might be 50 some players in this set that Josh has, this master set of all one of each one. There's 2 of. I have one, he has one, but eventually just got to the point where I was like, Josh, I have nowhere for these. Let's just do yours. We'll worry about you. And I actually started gifting mine to the players themselves when I would see them. So
Awesome.
we created all these bobbleheads, and turn around and Josh was like, all right, well, what about all the fans? How do they get something this cool? I don't know. I'm not paying 200 and some bobbleheads, so let's look into it. So the fact that we knew, I knew players from past things I had done. So we kind of set together like a list of actual legends we would like to do. Got into making Anthony Munoz, had to get licensing. As you see on those boxes, they are licensed. Anthony's box is licensed through the NFL, the NFLPA, Anthony and Ken Riley had to actually be authorized by the Pro Football Hall of Fame as well.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
So there's all these licenses. Sometimes we have to get the actual player themselves to sign off on it. So that's been a couple challenges. But it all started literally in Josh's sick mind of having all these bobbleheads and then me doing them for him. So it's actually been kind of neat to see not my handiwork on sculpting them, but what's in mine and Josh's mind of designing them, and then when someone else sculpts them and then picking them apart and saying, no, change this, add this, do this, and letting someone else do all the work. So
this might be my favorite one with the way he's standing, the smile on his face and everything. Like that might be my favorite one is the Ken Riley.
That's based on a picture of him, and I actually ended up doing that painting of him that's pretty close to that.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it.
Some of the cool things as well, as Hollis and Josh are designing them, with a few of them, we've asked the players for input. And to see them get excited and to see them kind of say, I want the white jersey. Kenny Anderson said, I wanted my mustache.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to see them, have input and get excited about them.
That's awesome. Well, and another question that I had, sorry, I'm kind of taking over with the questions, guys, but a question I had is how did you guys decide on the legends that you wanted to have in there? Like, I mean, there's so many. How did you bring it down to 10?
Honestly, Anthony was the first one in our minds because why isn't there an Anthony Munoz bobblehead? They not too long ago they came out with a Boomer and a Collinsworth. Nothing against Collinsworth, but how do you skip over the greatest Bengal in Bengals history? So it was all right. Number one, let's do Anthony Munoz. Then it was, okay, who deserves attention? Let's do Ken Riley, Ken Anderson. They should be in the Hall of Fame as well.
Yeah.
So then it honestly fell suit, like almost right in line with the Ring of Honor. So then it started getting top 50 Bengals of all time in that list that was created in 2017, along with the Ring of Honor. So we've kind of really fallen in those steps. I think who was number 4? Was it Crumry?
Yeah, Crumry. Yeah,
Crumry. All right, so yeah, it honestly has fallen suit with top 50 greatest Bengals. There, that's still one of my favorite ones. The one, and that's what I was going to say is the whole point that I was talking about. Giving there was 2 originals that I made for Josh and myself. The one I gave to Tim Crumry at a autograph signing that he was doing. We went to Tim's house to have him, to meet with him about doing the bobblehead and all that. And we went down to his basement, and he had that bobblehead in his basement. And he said, the minute that you texted me, I knew your name because I looked at your name on the bottom of that bobblehead. And I said, I know that guy. That guy gave me this. So that really, honestly, truly was. You don't know how far one small gesture can go with someone. So, and then they ended up being completely awesome when they came in the shop.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Hollis, how do you go about making those? You said you sculpt them. What kind of material are they made out of?
The original set, we were just literally Frankenstein and old like hockey bobbles, TV bobbles, whatever. We once took a baseball player or a baseball coach kicking a base, and I had to sculpt it and sculpt all the baseball uniform and add padding and shoulder pads to make it a Kevin Huber. Josh is a very sick person. I'm telling you. He has these ideas, and I just make them come to life. So that's where it was hands off. I can't make that many. That's when we got involved with Forever Collectibles and started designing them and having them do all the hard work.
And can these all be purchased, or are a lot of them out of circulation?
Yeah, I think the only one that only one we have right now currently is Fulcher and
Fulcher, Isaac Curtis, Reggie Williams.
There you go.
And Max Montoya available now.
Yeah, Munoz sold out pretty quick. Ken Riley, his sold out the minute that they said that he was going into the Hall of Fame. That week, it was a mass rush on the rest of his bobbles. Kenny Anderson sold out in 23 hours, Greg.
Yep.
And
Kumai was
out in a week.
Yep.
And then right now, Fulcher was our fifth one. He's the one that I think we have 24 of right now, maybe. So they can be purchased on the website that Greg has done a great job on.
And am I right in saying that about half of those at least are autographed, like of the actual players one?
Yeah. So Tim Crumride, David Fulcher,
Kenny Anderson.
Yeah. It's all about, honestly, really about making deals with these guys to get them in the shop.
Yeah.
To donate to their charities. I don't have the exact number. Greg may know the number of how much money we've actually donated to charity from this.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big number. And that was our main focus when Josh and I came up with this was how do we create cool collectibles for Bengal fans? And then how do we give them, how do we give back, but also how do we continue making collectibles? So it was make one, sell them all, give some money to charity, and then put the rest of the money into the next one. So we're continually putting money into the next project. That way it just keeps funding a collection. So that's why these first 10, we have all 10 right now, but we have to space them apart on when they're going to be for sale. So
yeah, well, Greg, how much money have you guys raised then?
We're close to $10,000.
Wow.
So it's pretty substantial.
That's just since March, right, Greg?
That's correct. Yep.
Damn.
And we always ask the player of their charity of choice, and it's been pretty cool for them to see that it's all going to a good cause.
Yeah, like for example, on this one,
yep, David
Fulcher Foundation.
Yep.
So yeah, I know Ken Anderson Alliance was on his, and
that honestly, it's just a little bit of background on that. When we went there, we went to the Alliance for Kenny and set them all out on the table, and he come in and shaking hands, and he sits down and he grabs a marker and he says, "What am I doing this for again?" And it was we're doing it for the Alliance. We're donating all this money to the Alliance. Oh, okay. And then just proceeded to go about it. So it was he knew that it was for something that benefited something to his, but not once did the guy have his hand out for anything. It was, I'm sure someone is making sure this is all going to the right place. So Greg, did you announce what Max's is going to?
Yeah. Double checking right now. It is the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Cincinnati.
Nice.
Every bit of it. So the money that we have to secure Max to sign every bobblehead, and then the money raised for extra autographs this Saturday, he'll sign extra autographs for $20 cash. That goes into a giant bucket, and at the end of the day, it gets counted, and that goes directly to Boys and Girls Club.
Awesome.
Not one penny is going home in Max's pocket. He made sure to that. So,
Yeah.
Totally awesome on his part.
Yeah, Hollis. So I know we talked about this one time, but I met you years ago. I believe it was AJ Green and Andrew Hawkins signing at a
Chevy dealership.
You and I thought I was going to be the first one there an hour or two before the signing, and you were there right before me, and I just started talking to you, and like you showed me all the cool stuff you did, and I'm like, man, you got art school or stuff? Like, no, I just did it on my own time and all that. And dude, you've come such a long way, man. I just want to say I'm so happy to see how much you just keep taking it to the top, man.
I appreciate that. Now, I'm 41 years old. I didn't start painting until I was 31, 32. Maybe it might have been the early 31, but there's just something. I failed art class in high school, so if you can believe that.
That's awesome.
I honestly did. So,
I thought the DAP program at UC or something, man, because that's a
nope.
Oh my gosh, I mean, it's hanging in my house right now,
dude.
Just in case you're wondering, Mr. failed art class.
Yeah,
there it is.
The art teacher said, "You'll never do anything with your art because you can't see colors in people's skin."
Oh my god!
Okay. That literally made me stop doing art. I would draw cartoons, but nothing else.
What's interesting is that the high school art teacher who isn't doing anything with their art except teaching kids told you that you're not going to be able to do anything with it. And now look at you.
Right. That's right. I don't make a living doing it. I have a full-time job, a part-time job. I paint on my downtime, and then now we got the Cincy Bobs. But at the same time, I also have a family too. I have to pay attention to. So until I can do it for a living, I just take it as a compliment. So I appreciate it.
And so Greg, you said that you, or I think I heard Hollis say you're doing the website. So is that kind of your background?
Yeah, I'm technology background. So I was happy to help when they asked me back after the Munoz bobblehead took off, and I think Josh and Hollis looked at each other and said, "We need to get the word out." So I've been happy to help them out. I've known Hollis for a long time, just through the autograph and signing days, and he introduced me to Josh, and it's been fun ever since.
And I was talking with Jason at one of the releases, and I think he was showing me the app on his phone.
Yeah.
Are you the one that told him, like, "Oh yeah, I can do an app. Like, we can do that. It's easy."
Craig.
Oh, is this for payment for the paying? Is that?
No, yeah, the app, like, I guess you could go on there and buy bobbleheads and look at them. And
oh yeah. He I often get criticized by Josh and Jason because I make it seem a lot easier, I guess, than it is. And so they're always texting me, asking me questions and stuff. And I'm like, just do this and this and this. And then they're texting me saying, "We have a line out the door. Hurry, come on, give me answers." So.
He was like, "I can't believe we've got an app." That's where he went with that. Like, we've got an app.
It's been pretty cool. And honestly, the last couple releases, we've been able to sell them online first because if you had any of the early signings, we literally had lines out the door. And the four of us looked at each other and said, "We can't have people standing outside when it's 20 degrees out." So the early the being able to buy it online prior to the event, like you can now, you can go on to cincybobs.com and buy it now, and we'll hold it for you. And so all you got to do on Saturday is show up, and that makes the process go a lot quicker.
Well, Big Savage Greg and I can attest to the lines because we get there pretty early when we go. I've been there like 3 hours early before, and to make sure that we could get in right around noon and get in, do our thing, and then go back to the family. So yeah, it's the lines are huge, so it's awesome that you guys are doing it that way.
As much as the lines, I'm sorry, Greg, as much as the lines are horrible, like to stand in the wintertime, I think it honestly makes the players feel really good when they pull up and they see all the support from Bengal fans waiting to meet them. Because I honestly, I don't think I've ever met Max. He may have been somewhere that I got something signed by someone else, but some of these guys just aren't out there just every day for us to meet. So.
Right. No, I agree with that. Now, you guys have another series that's going to be coming out. Is it next year?
That's the Who Day series. We're in a little bit of wait right now on that one. We have so many backed up right now. With what is coming out, there is a there we have the James. We still have the Max Montoya. We have the James Brooks, Willie Anderson, the Jerome Simpsons, the Flip.
Yeah.
And then have we announced the other one, Greg?
They're on the website, so.
Oh,
the duels.
The Bengal booth?
No, the duels.
Oh, the duels. Yeah, the duels. The duels haven't even. We're still going through those. Yeah, those are absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
And Josh has been working really hard until today, I bet. But working really hard trying to help everyone and get, as weird as it sounds, we want everyone to have, when you buy a Jamar Chase and a Jonathan India, we want them to be the same number on the bottom. We want that to match. So that means going through every single bobblehead, pulling it out, inspecting it, and matching those numbers up with the corresponding one.
Yep.
So it's a lot of hard work that no one sees. There's been nights where it's Josh and I in the basement ripping open boxes and making sure everything's not broke. There's styrofoam snow all over. Jason's been there, and we're just sitting there literally swimming in the styrofoam. And
Hollis, explain how they're not connected.
They're not connected, but the background, if you can pull the picture back up.
Let me get that real quick.
The Cincy skyline, when it's together, it creates the skyline. So there's not a where they join. There's not a hard ridge on the top of the base, so they do technically set perfect together, but they do not connect. So, and I think we've made them available to where you do not have to buy all three, right, Greg?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Well, that's awesome.
I mean, you want all three. Everybody wants all three, right?
I got a question to ask. One time, Josh tweeted out, or to Facebook, I forget which one it was. If like he asked the fans, is there one you guys want in particular? And I think the one I even wanted this is Paul Brown, but I think he said it's some technicality they cannot do Paul Brown or something.
No, honestly, that was one that we tried. We've even shot an idea of just doing a bobblehead that is just painted completely black, like a shadow of Paul Brown.
Right.
We've thought about that, but we can't use Paul's name. We can't do anything related to Paul Brown. Him being passed on, we would have to have the family sign off on it, and we're not even allowed to use the wording Ring of Honor on the bobbles or the boxes. So it sucks a little bit, but you know, we everything else is licensed. Everything we use is licensed. So
soon.
Yeah.
Right?
The other thing, you know, we've tried. As much as no one knows who he is, I really wanted to do something with Greg Cook. But him being passed on, that would be a really hard one to try to lock down as well. So that and the worst, it's morbid, but one of the things that when we were creating the list is, do we try to get guys who before they pass so they can appreciate the bobblehead, because some of our guys are getting pretty old. So, you know, we don't want to do it, you know, after Ken died, you know, we don't want to do it after someone's passed away. So,
right.
So that goes into a lot of decision making as well. So.
Awesome. Well, this is obviously I talked with Josh and asked for him to come on, and you know, he couldn't come on today, but you guys being on here has been amazing. Kind of makes me feel good about it anyway. But go ahead and promote anything else you got coming up real quick.
It's mainly those duels. If those duels are available on the website, right, Greg?
Not yet.
Not yet?
You can't purchase them yet. You can purchase everyone up through Max Montoya right now.
There's only 144 of each one of those.
Of the duels and 288 of everything else.
Yeah. So the duels, a lot over, you know, before it got shut down, there over half of them have already been spoken for. So when those go live, you know, I suggest people just check back and pay attention to the Facebook page when those go live, because they're going to go pretty quick.
Awesome.
The thing I would promote is just Max this Saturday. I mean, we've had our neighbor at Heirloom Framing. He has agreed to open his shop if we needed people to come inside if it's cold, you know, stuff like that, to pick up, to pay for their bobblehead if they need be, and then come over and meet Max inside of Heirloom Framing. So he's been gracious enough to do that. So there may be a little bit different from past ones, but we're just trying to do everything we can to help fans out, because at the end of the day, that's all Josh and Greg and Jason are. I mean, we're all just fans looking out for other fans by making cool stuff. It literally is the original. It was for fans by fans. It honestly truly was. So I know that's used a ton everywhere else, but we're fans. We want everybody else to experience what we have in our mind. So,
Right.
But Max, he's right there. We'll be there.
And Hollis, what prints do you have available right now? You're always bashful about your artwork.
I don't ever talk about my artwork.
I know you don't. That's why I'm forcing you to.
There's some Tim Crumry prints left. I don't know if you guys have seen those.
They're all autographed too, right?
Yeah, those are signed by Tim. Tim, I secured Tim for that, and I went back out to his house, and he signed all those too. So I think there is maybe 5 of those left. I'll have them at this Saturday.
So there's a question from the group here, from the chat. What about Mike Brown in his old-fashioned Bengals cap?
There is one Mike Brown bobblehead, and Josh owns it. And
yeah,
he is. God, I wish Josh was on here. I miss Josh. It's literally Mike. He doesn't have his hat on, but Mike is literally sitting at his desk in a chair, and on his desk, there's a piece of paper, and on that piece of paper, I painted the words Andrew Whitworth lifetime contract, and then has availability for him to sign it. So I think it's one of the greatest bobbleheads we've done, but it was just one of one. That's it.
We need a Mike Brown bobblehead on the John Deere tractor that he rides his golf cart at training camp.
So just look out for all the rest of the releases that we officially have coming in. It'll probably be up until spring until we're officially out of what we have sitting at Josh's house right now.
Hey, Hollis, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
One obscure Bengal that you would love to sell, or like just even do? Do you have like a favorite obscure Bengal, like, you know, not a really great player, but one you liked personally that you love to do?
You can't say not a great player in the same.
I should not a great player. That's a bad thing to say.
as when we talk about a bobblehead, I would want to do. I will show you right now. Let's see.
All right, let's see it, man.
Uh-oh.
I can think of a lot of not great players.
That guy right there.
Kitna?
Yeah.
All right.
One of my favorite Bengals of all time.
Dude, are
you got to get him pointing to the sky and pointing to his wrist with a cross.
There you go.
I mean, that's the John Kitna.
Dude, Hollis, are you
iconic
like a
move.
sports gallery or something, or a memorabilia place?
You got a whole Hall of Fame down there, sir.
Yeah, he does.
All this framing is done by Heirloom Framing.
That's awesome, man.
Frosty.
Yeah.
Frosty, Zeitler.
Frosty, the Rucker.
These are all clients of mine.
That is Brandon Williams. There you go.
Bobby.
Bobby, yeah.
Bobby. Gosh dang it.
Hey, I collect artwork too.
Nice. Dude, Hollis, you need to make that into a painting, man.
That is an original painting.
Oh,
I bought it from an artist.
Wait, I got one. Make that into a bobblehead.
The Ted Karras is one I want into a bobblehead. Running off in Tennessee.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be great.
All clients of mine. That's why I frame
Brad Kowski.
Yep.
I noticed you had you got an Icky Woods in his 31 jersey.
Yeah, that's a
He only wore that for the first 6 games of the season.
Yep, that's game 1 rookie year.
I actually know the story to that. Apparently, he said. Do you know who Tom Gray was? Hollis Strunk. Yes, my coworker's brother-in-law is Tom Gray Jr. and he'd heard all the stories, and supposedly the reason he was 31. And apparently Icky Woods said, I want to be number 30. And Tom Gray said, here's number 30. He's like, dude, I was just kidding. I didn't really care or anything. But he just stuck with number 30 anyway. That's what he told me.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
He eventually got it, though.
No, he did get it. No, but Icky really didn't care. He was joking around with him about it. He's like, I'll get this done right away and all that. But he's like, dude, I don't care. But I thought that was really cool.
Real quick, let me throw this up here. So, Matt, our buddy Bengals and Bourbon, so they said that they can't do a Paul Brown one with, legality issues. So, it's just unfortunately not possible right now. So, just wanted to make sure we got that out there. Matt might have joined just a little bit late, but so are you guys going to stick around with us for some game picks and some Bengals talk?
Sure.
All right.
Hollis, I got one more question for you. You said
there we go.
You said you were going to bring the Tim Crumry print. You got 5 left. You're going to take those to the place in Fairfield.
Yep.
Okay. I might have to stop. I might have to swing by on Saturday.
I knew you were going to ask.
My sister's got an absolute crush still on Tim Crumry.
You might need to see said Crumry. I was like, here we go.
You might need to just say, "Hey, I'll take one."
Yeah.
And set it aside.
I was going to say they are $69 cash. They're numbered out of 34, which is how many sacks Tim had. So I tried to get everything I could inside that. So
that's cool.
That's awesome.
They're also 18 by 27. I guess I don't say that enough, and
those are big.
Yeah, people can't find a frame anywhere for it.
That's a full size poster.
Right.
Yeah,
so
that's huge.
So then they have to come back to heirloom framing.
This is at $69. It turns into $269.
It's 13.5 by 78.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Well, Santori, why don't you take over right here?
All right. I appreciate all the bobblehead talk, guys. It was awesome. I'm probably gonna have to get 50 of them as soon as my next paycheck hits.
I just want to say thank you for letting us speak about them as well.
Yeah, of course. We love people that produce Cincinnati content, and I've been seeing y'all's stuff for a while now. So when it was presented to us, do we want to have them on there? I was like, yeah, of course. Let's let it rip. But we got a game this week. You got Bengals, you got Bucs, you got Burrow, you got Brady, you got all kinds of great shit going on. Sorry, I'm a little wild when it comes to sports talk. But one thing we always do is keys to victory. Who's got a key to victory? Bengal Dad, you go first.
Key to victory. Well, I think I think you're just trying to make sure that the defense doesn't miss on tackles, because it's going to be a very, very short passing game for Brady. So just don't let them get a lot of yak. And I think you'll keep them way down on the points.
All right, we'll go counterclockwise, at least on my screen. I'm going to say plug the run. Because, like you said, the Patriots, Jesus, it's Brady. It's just ingrained in my mind. Brady doesn't throw downfield a whole lot. Average depth of target is not what I would call elite right now. There's a lot of checkdowns. I think it would probably behoove them to go with the same game plan they had against Tennessee and Cleveland, which is plug the run and just make him beat you. They're not going to be able to have too many 15-yard or 15-play drives that just sustain for the entire game. Just stop the run. And it sounds so terrible to say make Brady beat you. But I think we're at that stage in the career where if you keep putting him at 3rd and 9, it might work out for you.
All right. So mine's going to be a little unconventional here, but mine's going to be play for 3 quarters and then sit everybody in the 4th.
Oh,
We're up so bad, up so big.
that would
why
be
I'm
great.
saying that. That's why I said it's unconventional. But
Keys to victory, blow him out. Okay.
Yeah.
and I know that's weird to say, but that's kind of in my head. That's what I'm thinking. I see what happened to the Bucs last week against the Niners. I know their defense probably is a little better than ours.
Yeah.
But I still love our defense, and I think that they're playing pretty well. So if we can limit their rushing attack, and get up big, play for 3 quarters. I know it's weird.
Hollis, you got one?
No, I'm gonna let Greg go first. Greg, Luther, this is your show, pal. You
Oh, I was gonna say which Greg you talking?
Yeah.
About?
You-
Greg. Okay. You know what? Do not. I know he's 45 years old and all that. Do not let Tom Brady get in your head. Simple as that.
That's fair.
Silverman.
Sam Hubbard. I think it's going to be interesting without Trey out there. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with him in terms of their offensive line, and obviously their run game is going to be a key. So we got to stop the run without Trey. So it'll be interesting.
Sorry, saw Bengals and Bourbon put this up. Boyd said he's playing.
Hell yeah. Was Higgins practicing too today? I heard
They were both practicing today.
Both limited, but both practiced. Yeah.
Somebody saw Boyd catching passes.
Yep, they had a video of it on Twitter.
So we have confirmation that he can't catch at the moment.
Yes.
That's all I care about.
Yeah.
All right, Hollis.
All right. Mine sounds. You guys just blew it out of the water. I thought they didn't practice today. I was going to say my key to victory is this guy right here, because if you don't have Boyd, then you need. For some reason, this guy needs to be on the field.
Yep.
So I don't know why we're not using him. I don't know how he catches the touchdown pass that wins the game or puts the game out of reach, and then isn't active. I don't know how that happens.
Not only did they practice today, Hollis, they practiced in the indoor bubble. So
Yeah.
it's a double win. So it's coming in handy.
Yeah.
Matt, apparently, Matt is full of
What?
insider information here. Trey might play too.
Listen. Matt is my man. He is friends with all of the players' moms on the planet,
Yes.
and he
Wonder
likes
how.
to break a lot of toilets. Matt, I hope your toilet's doing okay. It sounded like it was a long surgical procedure. But with that being said, who's our sleeper player of the week? I'm gonna go with Cam Sample, because I think he still might get quite a bit of time. I think Trey, if he plays, is going to have the club thing going on. So he's I think Cam Sample might get a good body of work this week, and I think he might have to show out a bit.
Which way are you going?
I don't care. We can go straight down. Greg, it's your turn. We're going to jump all over this Candyland board.
You know what? I'm really going to – is Hurst playing this week?
Who knows?
No.
They haven't said.
Matt, is Hurst
Hey,
playing?
Matt.
Out here, buddy. But no, if he's not playing, I'm going to go Wilcox. You know what? I was negative on him all year round, but, he made one big catch. I'm going to give him a shot. Mitchell Wilcox.
Okay. No, he's not, meaning Hurst. So, Mitchell
I
Wilcox.
just put in the comments, Matt, what did Kathy Hurst say?
That's never going to tell us anything again.
Never.
That's going to be all she wrote. Who wants to go next?
Go to Cincy Bobs, Greg.
Cool. I don't know. I'm going to punt until I'm going to give Hollis this one.
Bengal Dad.
Oh.
Or Hollis. Who? I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason to this order.
I think it's honestly Jermaine Pratt. I think him speaking out this week about not playing on third down. I think he was a little bit pissed off, but at the same time wanting to show that he needs to play all 3 downs. So I could see him stepping in front and picking off a pass from Brady. So
Yeah, he's
I-
good for creating a turnover
Yeah.
here and there. It wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe 2.
Ooh,
Oh,
bold
I'm
take.
out on a limb.
Bold take, man.
All right, Bengal Dad.
I'm going to go with the player that seems like he's making the greatest strides day by day. I think Cam Taylor-Britt gets a pick.
Finally,
And I want to see him run with the ball. I understand he's one hell of an athlete. I
Oh,
want
yeah.
to see him run with the ball.
Not if it hits you either.
Yeah.
All right, Greg.
I'm feeling it.
I'll go unconventional. I'll go Drew Chrisman. He didn't have the best week last week. Pin Brady back, make him go the entire field, and make him hopefully make some mistakes.
I'm all for that, but I hope to God he's not player of the game.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him too often.
He needs a good game, though. There's no doubt he needs
Right.
it.
I'll take a good game for my punter every single time, but I really don't ever want to see him.
Yeah.
All right.
So is it my turn now?
Yeah, I was getting ready to move on to the next segment, but you're allowed to talk.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. That's awesome. So I'm gonna go with the running backs. I'm not just picking one. I'm picking P. Ryan and Mixon. That's who I'm picking. If P. Ryan doesn't miss 9 catches like he did last week, he didn't really miss that many, but it seemed like it. Some easy passes, but if they just play their normal game, I think this is going to be just a blowout.
All right. One thing I didn't anticipate talking about on the show, but this guy's trying to make a name for himself right now or thinks he's hot shit. And Tom, if you're watching in the comments, I might get some colorful language, and I'm sorry. Have y'all seen this Craig Carton douchebag floating around Twitter on FS1 today?
I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't waste my time with him. He just reading the comments. I didn't waste my time, but I'll watch it. I didn't waste my time.
Oh my God! You
Go
want
ahead,
to talk?
Santori.
You want to talk about what's got to be the most insecure TV personality or reporter, if we even want to freaking call him that.
Just want to get it.
I guess he got into it with a couple fans, and Twitter is a relentless place, and there's probably not great people on there. And I did see some of the things that people were calling him, and it more or less just boiled down to he doesn't think the Bengals are the best team, and Bengals fans took their shot. Used his platform on live TV today on FS1 to call out Bengal fans and say that they're soft and snowflakes and just keep freaking poking the bear, said that we're not better than Kansas City, said we're not better than the Bills. I'm like, dude, how insecure of a human being do you have to be to try and wager a Twitter war over FS1? His other hosts were trying to get him to shut up and telling him he was wrong. That's how bad it is.
Right.
Yeah, Matt had a good point there.
There's guys on the Patriot guys on WEII or whatever the hell it was. Yeah, I forgot all about them too. I mean,
I honestly thought that Carton guy was in jail still.
was he in jail? Has he been to jail? I don't know.
That's what people were saying.
I've never heard of him until today, until he showed up on FS1 in his pajamas talking a bunch of shit.
With Boomer back in the day.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
But,
he was looking for this. He was looking for clicks. I think that's all it was. He had to do something to make his show more interesting. And so he threw some BS out there. I think that's what it was.
Well, FS1 looked a little pissed, by the way. He had literally a co-host saying, "That's not all you said. You need to calm down." It's not good when co-hosts are telling you to dial it back.
Right.
Hey, speaking of things that are out there on Twitter, it wasn't Twitter. It was on
Hey, Dalton's watching. Love
Hey,
that.
Dalton, what's up, man?
You the man.
Did you guys see the what's that show called? The one with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless?
Undisputed.
Have you seen that? Where Bayless went completely off on Shannon Sharp?
No.
Oh my God! And I thought Shannon Sharp was going to go across the table and kill him.
Good.
He basically said, he's pointing to a picture of Tom Brady. Bayless is. He said he's 45. He didn't retire at 35 like you did. He's twice the player you were ever. I mean, and Shannon Sharp saying, "I'm a Hall of Famer. I was in all these Pro Bowls." And he said, "Yeah, but you're not as good as him." It was a personal attack that Bayless was doing.
Then he took his glass. Then Shannon Sharp took his glasses off like he was getting ready to.
I thought he was ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh
He'd
my
have killed Bayless in about a half a second.
He just snapped him like a toothpick.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we'll transition on past that. We always like to do a couple game picks, and we always do those brought to you by Betfred. Greg, were you trying to say something?
Yeah, Greg, you got something?
I heard something mumbling down there.
My favorite quote is when DJ Reader compared Nick Chubb to his son. He's like, he's wanting to tackle me. He ain't gonna. That ain't ever happening. That was that. If anything that I saw, it was DJ Reader. I mean, how awesome was that?
All right. But like I said, big game picks by Betfred. Please gamble responsibly. First and foremost, Ravens versus Browns. Browns they're favored 2.5.
Real quick. Those lines are from Betfred.
From Betfred.
Yeah, I was able to log
Not
in.
from Bovada this time.
Yeah, I could actually
We're
look
gonna
at
use
them
our
now.
sponsor a little bit. I'm going Browns. I think the Ravens kind of look like shit right now, and I know Deshaun didn't look great last week, and he looked horrible the week before, and I don't want him to ever look good again. But if he keeps progressing, they might beat the brakes off the Ravens.
Little Bengal Dad, all back.
I don't think the Browns have it in them to win a game that has any level of meaning. I don't think they can do it. They'll beat a team. They'll be like a Carolina or something. But if it's a division game, I don't think the Browns have it in them.
Greg,
Ooh.
Which Greg?
Cincy Bobs.
I'm going Browns at home. Like you said, Deshaun's improved each week. I think he continues to improve.
Big sexy Greg.
You know what? As much as I hate Cleveland, we have to have Cleveland win. But the Ravens are they on their third streak? Is Huntley still hurt along with Lamar?
Yes. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, we're down to Anthony Brown.
Anthony Brown.
Hold on, Hollis said something.
Huntley was a full participant today.
Oh, all right.
You know what, man? You know what? I just hate Cleveland with a passion, but I'll say that city up north.
Yes, sir.
All right, Hollis.
I really hope my clients aren't watching, but I hate the Ravens more than anything. So I'm going to say Browns just so they can kind of expose some sort of weakness with so we can beat the Ravens at the end of the year. I want to see how the Ravens that are supposedly so good with Roquan Smith, I want to see someone take them down legitimately so it shows some flaws. Mine's selfish. I'm picking the Browns because I hate the Ravens.
Yeah.
Ashley,
I got one person in my camp.
Ashley.
Ashley's in my camp.
For those of you that don't know, Ashley's my wife, so I'm gonna have to go scream at her in the living room really quick.
Ashley, he needs money for baubles.
Yeah. Come on.
Next. I'm going to go.
Oh, yeah, you still got to pick. I always miss the last person.
Thanks for cutting me out. Hey, I'm just going to leave. No.
Forgot about James.
Okay, bye.
No, I'm going to go with the Browns. I just don't know that I can trust Baltimore's offense.
We are speaking this into existence, Dad. Just let it happen.
And this Ravens hating episode brought to you by Heirloom Framing. No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to see Hollis.
All right. So here's a fun one. Dolphins versus Bills. Bills favored by 7.5. If I'm getting the Tua that only completes a third of his passes, I'm going Bills.
That's 2 games in a row like that for him.
It's at Buffalo. I got to go Bills.
Hollis?
I guess Bills. That's a division game, so right.
The 7.5 kind of scares me. Like if it was 6.5, I'd be like, yeah, let's go Bills. I want to take the Dolphins, but I just don't know after Tua. I don't know. I'm going Bills. Even though we need the Dolphins to win. Greg?
Which one?
Cincy Bobs.
I already had Bills.
CBB.
Is this a Saturday or Sunday game?
Saturday night.
All right, yeah. So we have a 60% chance of snow. I'm going Bills.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Did you see the quote from Tua today? He made himself look like a freaking moron.
No.
Because they're going, it's gonna snow. It's Buffalo. It's getting cold. You're in Miami. And then he goes, "You guys know it snowed in Alabama, right?" And I was like, not the same.
Oh my God.
Not quite the same snow, buddy.
Here's Dalton. We didn't put that up when we were talking about it, but he said he'd want the Ravens to win, but
I'm hoping that means I don't want the Ravens to win.
I think that's
I'm
probably
confused, buddy.
All right.
All right.
We
We
also
only
said
do
Dolphins will win by a point.
okay. We really only do the games that affect us.
Hey, you passed me up.
I
You
never
think
said
I'm-
we're moving on.
You
I'm
think
just-
I'm James?
yes. Phew, done.
I'm going to go with the Bills because Tua, who was in MVP conversation, lost the M and the V in the last 2 weeks.
He's just
Now
a
he's
peak.
just a player.
He's just a peak.
I am going with the Bills.
All right. Lions versus Jets. Pick 'em. I don't want to. Just the Jets are falling apart, and the Lions are the Lions.
They're playing better.
I'm gonna go with Cincy Bob, and say punt.
Lion Kings.
All right. I'll go ahead and go so I don't get skipped. I'm gonna go Lions.
I'm going to take the Jets. Jets are at home.
Cincy Bobs, Greg. Your turn.
A toss up.
It's a
Nobody
tie.
wants to pick this game.
It'll be a tie.
Ooh.
Big sexy Greg.
Can I go for a tie? Can I go for the chaotic tie?
No,
That would really be weird.
I said Lion Kings.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hollis.
It's got to be Lions.
All right.
I'm going to show this one, and I think we'll all just agree.
Chiefs. Yeah.
Of course, Texans were giving people a run for their money last week.
Yeah,
I don't
they
know
were.
anymore.
Giving the Cowboys a
Dude, I mean, Chiefs will win. I'm going to go Texans.
I think I'd go Texans also.
Yeah, as much as I made fun of it to start, the Texans gave the Cowboys a run for their money, and the Chiefs could barely beat Denver last week. So
When we were out the game, I'm looking at them like that score has to be messed up right there.
no, that's the spread, man. I don't think Texans are going to lose by 14.
No.
I know it sounds weird, but I don't.
Chiefs win, but not by 14.
Yeah, okay.
Texans win, and I don't care what the points are.
Oh!
I'm telling you,
He's going for the number 1 seed.
What do you know that we don't?
like starting quarterback for the client, the Texans is a client.
Oh,
Let's go! We got some insider information.
So,
is that Davis Mills?
No, Jeff Driscoll.
Oh, Driscoll. Okay.
Jeff Driscoll is starting?
Touchdown the other day.
I fucking love Jeff Driscoll. Oh my God.
He literally just signed him to the active roster today. I guarantee he starts.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Jeff. Oh, what a blast from the past. Can they sign Ryan Finley too?
Oh, they did in the offseason.
Ah! This is the best day of my life.
Where's
awesome.
Dee Dorsey?
Right?
Yeah. Bring it back, Kitna.
I just heard my wife scream from the living room. She loved Jeff Driscoll.
Is Rex Burkhead still on there?
Yeah.
Oh,
This
there
is
you
just
go.
Bengals South.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. Let's go Texans.
I'm going Texans with the points. I'm not saying they'll win, but I'm taking the Texans with the points.
Let's just all take the Texans. Jesus, let's do it. I told you we'd all agree. I just didn't think you would go that route. All right. Patriots favored by a point. Raiders.
Where's the
Raiders.
game?
Patriots.
It's
It's
Raiders.
in Vegas.
Raiders.
America? I don't know.
The Raiders.
Give me the Raiders. I think Derek Carr is going to kill somebody at some point if they don't start winning. So he might really drop a bomb on somebody here soon.
All that eyeliner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Give me the Raiders.
Hollis, what do you got?
The Raiders. Who knows the Patriots better than their head coach? The
That's true. Oh, look at Ashley making game picks. I'm proud of her. All right. Ready to move on? Did I skip anybody?
I'm going Raiders.
Raiders by 12.
Yep.
Ah,
All right. Okay. Titans v Chargers. Chargers -3.
Chargers. I think Titans have lost their way.
Yeah, I think
Titans. Pew.
Somebody say Titans?
No, Titans. Pew.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers too, I think.
give me Chargers by like 20.
I think the Titans
might be a
are looking
massacre.
over their shoulder at the Jaguars.
Give me the Chargers. It might get bad.
Yeah,
they obviously there's something going on structurally wrong in Tennessee right now. I mean, they keep losing. They fired their GM. That's not a good sign. Give me the Chargers.
So the Santori and I were talking about this before we went on. The Jags are only 2 games back.
I know they can still win. They can win the division.
You're crazy.
They won't, but my God, it's there for them. All right, Bengals -3.5 at Tampa.
I'm really surprised that it's only -3.5. You got to take the Bengals.
Yeah, I really think that one might get ugly. I don't really know what Tampa's doing a whole lot of right lately. I know it's Brady. I know sometimes they have flashes of a good defense, but
They don't score points.
when you look at it on paper, there's not a whole lot that adds up.
Hey, Hollis.
Yo.
To totally change subject here. I just thought of a great bobblehead for Bengal Dad. There's this guy for the Brewers.
Oh, really? Where's my clown picture?
Okay. You remember a guy for the Brewers named Bill Hall?
No.
Bengal Dad loves him.
Notorious Reds killer, and it's a
Oh,
running
my
joke
God.
on the show.
Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Okay.
Bill Hall was like the bane of my existence
He
growing
killed
up.
He was terrible against everybody else, but he killed the Reds every time.
Yeah, he was like a 240 career hitter, and like all 240 of that came against the Reds. Like,
Greg, I'm going to have to find you in a parking lot again.
again.
Roses, we all meet up for La Rosa's parking lot. It's kind of dark out. I'm just trying to get to my car. All of a sudden, I hear this loud honk sound come right past me. I was scared. Oh my God. I just freaked out. And
I heard you almost shit yourself.
Almost.
but no,
Almost.
James, did you see this? This was so we were at the game in one section. Dale's sitting right behind me, and it's all silent. I'm just focused on the game. I forget what the heck Dale said, but it was like really loud, and I jumped out of my seat, and Dale just started cracking up.
Yep.
So, tell me, well, I scared too easily.
Dalton says that Brady's going to throw the biggest fit you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Good.
When we beat the
I hope
Bills.
he snaps a Microsoft tablet over someone's face. I want to just watch it happen.
And Matt's got the inside track on Tampa Bay too.
Are we sure Matt's just not a scout?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Like, come on now.
Is Awuzie coming back?
Right. Like,
I'm taking the Bengals.
Yeah.
Definitely.
well, gentlemen, that's about all we really got tonight. We really do appreciate the both of you coming on.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you guys sticking around for some Bengal talk. Hope we didn't scare you away. We'd love to have you back on sometime. And if you've got anything else that you guys want to talk about, I know you kind of already promoted the whole Max Montoya thing, but we'd like to give everybody, every guest, the floor for the final minute or so. If there's anything else you can think of.
Greg?
See you Saturday, 12-3.
You said it's an heirloom framing
Yep.
Yes.
in Fairfield. Is it on Route 4?
Nillis Road.
Nillis.
Nillis. Okay.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
right next to Cervati's Bakery.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
we
gives
do
me
have,
2 reasons to go there.
right. You said beer cheese, and I'm all in. That's all I needed to hear. Well, I do have one last question, and I'm just going to keep Barry and Greg on this until it's January. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Oh, good God.
Oh,
Got a definitive yes from Hollis.
Greg?
Cincy Bob's Greg, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes! 2-2!
Look, Ashley just put up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dalton, yes.
Pouring in.
I've been tortured too many times. So Ben Baby on Twitter tweeted one time that like they did a little voting in the locker room. It's not a Christmas movie. And the majority said no. And Matt down there and James, I think also, my phone was just going off saying, Greg, did you have something to do with the voting? I'm like, what are you all talking about? And I'm like, what? So it's an ongoing joke. And by the way, Hollis, another thing is my all-time favorite Christmas movie is Home Alone 2. And I get ripped on for picking a sequel as the best. That's just me. I don't know what your take on that is, but that's my movie.
That one's more Christmassy. I mean, there's the being alone, same as the original, but there's also the toy store.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do like Home Alone. Yeah, that's the thing. I liked how he's lost New York going around. I just think it's more funnier that way. The traps, I think, are more funnier. That's why I like it more.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, man. Guys, well, we appreciate it.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you.
Absolutely. Well, we'll have you guys back on soon. Anytime that you've got a new bobblehead or new collection or something coming out you want to promote, just let us know and we'll pump the hell out of it on this show. And, you know, we really appreciate the time. Thank you.
Yeah, from Jason and Josh and Greg can say it too, but thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for having us. Who day?
Absolutely.
Who day?
For all of us here at Rally Round the Natty, Hoo-day!